On today's live daily news, a late-night shooting landed one San Angelo man in the hospital. The San Angelo Police Department says goodbye to one of their beloved K-9 units and find out how a San Angelo chef did on Chopped. Plus, Trey Holmes with the Community Hills Christian Church joins the show to let people know about their big Easter celebration. All this plus more, I'm Matt Trammell, and this is Live. But first, it's rodeo season, so you know what that means. Everyone in town has their cleanest get-up on to get down. Feel like you are the best dressed? Prove it! Carpet Tech wants to see your outfit. Of course, with rodeo brings in dirt, so the winner of this Best Dress contest will receive an entire house floor cleaning from Carpet Tech. To enter the giveaway, email a pic of your get-up, your name, your address, and phone number to carpettechrodeogiveaway@gmail.com. Good luck. We start things off with an update on the shooting from last night. The San Angelo Police Department has released information that 59-year-old Donald Spradley was arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Tuesday night, San Angelo Police responded to the 600 block of North Jackson regarding a shooting. Once on scene, police located a 32-year-old male who was suffering from a gunshot wound to his left shoulder. Officers learned on scene that the actual shooting had took place a few blocks north on the 1000 block of North Monroe Street. Police responded to that location, knowing Spradley was still inside the residence, and after a short time, they took him into custody. Currently, Spradley is in the Tom Green County Detention Facility as of 4 o'clock this afternoon with a $75,000 bond. While it took police a short time to get Spradley out of that residence, one man actually had an armed standoff when law enforcement back in 2020. If you remember, that was at the trailer park over there on the north side. Dusty Lee Large was in court today and took a plea deal for 2 counts of aggravated assault against a public servant and 1 count unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Back in September of 2020, the sheriff's office was attempting to serve an arrest warrant to Large, who was inside a trailer house with a gun pointed at deputies. After a parameter was set and a standoff ensued, Large was taken into custody. Luckily, that firearm turned out to be a BB gun. In exchange for the guilty plea, Large was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the aggravated assault charge and also that possession of a firearm charge. To read more on this story, of course, go to sanangelolive.com. And while we're on the subject of all the work law enforcement does, one K-9 had his retirement announced yesterday. SAPD's K-9 unit and good boy Vader has retired after being with the San Angelo Police Department since 2015. Through his career, Vader helped seize 60 pounds of that devil's lettuce, 14 pounds of crack, and 233 grams of cocaine. Vader also helped with the arrest of over 285 individuals who posed a threat to our community and the officers who helped keep us all safe. From everyone here at San Angelo Live, congrats to you, Vader, and we hope you have a happy retirement. If you remember last week, we told you that San Angelo native Ashley Young Turner would be competing on the Food Network show Chopped. Well, in case you missed the show last night, not only did Chef Ashley try her luck, but so did a chef from the Permian Basin. Curbside Bistro chef Alejandro Barriento and Chef Ashley went head-to-head, but in the end, Mojo ended up becoming the Chopped champion, and Chef Ashley was simply chopped. There will be a rerun of the show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., so don't miss that. And finally, for you folks heading out to the rodeo this weekend, you might want to bring an umbrella. We have clear skies now, but it's looking like late Thursday night and into Friday, there will be a thunderstorm. Before 10 o'clock Friday night, there's a 50% chance of thunderstorms. Right now, the National Weather Service is predicting a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch of rain with more in certain areas. Stay tuned to Live Daily News over the next few days to stay updated on this incoming storm. And now here is Ryan Chadwick with rodeo coverage presented by Jim Bass Ford.
I'm going to get straight to the point. We have trucks, and a really good selection of trucks. We have factory rebates. We have low interest rates that'll make for low payments. And then the real kicker is they're discounted too. It's the perfect time to buy a new truck at Jim Bass Ford. Don't miss this. Only at Jim Bass Ford, Houston, Hart, and Hardin Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The Texas Rangers were honored at the fourth performance of the 91st San Angelo Rodeo on Sunday, and just like our Texas Rangers of old, the steer wrestlers dove off their horses to catch their marks. Justin Schaefer posted one of the fastest times in the rodeo when he ran down his steer and put it on the ground in 3.5 seconds. Schaefer scored the fastest time of the second round and is tied for the second fastest time in the rodeo so far. Tune into live daily news throughout the San Angelo Rodeo presented by Jim Bass Ford to catch interviews just like this one to hear from all the rodeo competitors this year. This is Steer Wrestlers Perform Like Texas Rangers, presented by the Clarion Hotel. Just like the Texas Rangers of old, the ropers in the fourth performance of the San Angelo Rodeo on Sunday roped, tackled, and wrangled their targets in the tie-down roping and steer wrestling. For San Angelo Live, I'm Ryan Chadwick. The rodeo kicked the show off by honoring our Texas Rangers. The announcer brought out Ty Neely, a ranger in the service of Texas for 12 years. Cowboys displayed their moxie early in the tie-down roping. John Douch from Huntsville, Texas wrangled his calf quickly to post a 7.6. That time, combined with his other from the first round, moved him into 5th in the overall. A neighbor to San Angelo, Tyler West from Mertzen, made the crowd go wild. The former Erie County Hornet finished outside the top 10 with a 10.1, but the crowd always loves a local kid to root for. In the steer wrestling, Justin Schaefer looked just like one of the first Texas Rangers, running down the bad guys as he launched himself off his horse and tackled his steer in 3.5 seconds. Schaefer posted the fastest time in the second round and is tied for the second fastest time in the rodeo so far. San Angelo Live's Matt Trammell spoke with Schaefer after his attempt and asked how he managed to get the steer down so quickly. It's Steer Wrestling, presented by the Clarion Hotel.
And now we're here with the winner of the steer wrestling today, is Mr. Justin Schaefer. He is from around the Tyler area. He's a Texas boy, but now you're in San Angelo. You're doing some big things. First of all, just let's talk about the calf that you got today. How was your pick?
The stock was amazing. I had one they were already 3-5 on in the first round. Knew him and just had to do our job.
And so coming in, did you think you were going to have to catch him short, catch him long? What was kind of your thing? Were you thinking, I got to get this thing as fast as I can?
I knew we'd be in the middle of the pen. He's not one you're going to catch up to be 3-0, but I knew if we get our feet on the ground in the right spot, he was good on the ground.
And this so far has put you at the top in the second round of the averages so far. You had a 3.5 today. How are you liking your chances moving forward through the rest of this rodeo?
Well, I was no good on my first one, so I won't be back for the short round, but hopefully we'll win a lot out of the second round.
There you go. This has been Justin Schaefer. He is from Texas, down here in San Angelo, doing a little bit of steer wrestling. This has been Steer Wrestling presented by the Clarion Hotel.
Situated downtown near the Concho River, the recently remodeled Clarion Hotel provides an upscale, convenient location for your next business trip or meeting. All rooms are upgraded for your maximum comfort. The Clarion has a full-service restaurant and bar and serves a hearty hot breakfast every morning. The Clarion has ample meeting space for your next meeting or company get-together, and it's the only hotel just steps away from the McNeese Convention Center. For business or pleasure, we're the upgraded Clarion Hotel.
And welcome back to the show. I'm Yanis Green, and joining me today is Trey Holmes, and we're talking about Easter. Trey, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come. I really appreciate it, Yanis. So, yeah, I'm here to tell people about Easter celebrations at Community Hills Christian Church.
Where you're a pastor.
Yes, sir, where I serve as the part-time pastor.
Okay.
And so we're having all sorts of events this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Starting Friday night at 6 p.m. out at the Alexander Ranch. We're going to have dinner and an Easter egg hunt for, I'm going to say, kids of all ages, because we know they come in all sizes. And some of us are just as big a kids, as the little ones, so we like to join in. But I want to invite everybody out for that, and they can find directions and more instructions at our website,
Okay.
chccsanangelo.org.
Okay.
Which I'm sure y'all will.
We'll try to get that
Yes, sir.
on there as well. Again, this is the most significant week in the Christian calendar.
Absolutely.
And leading up to Easter, the other one right behind it would be Christmas. But what are we celebrating this week? What is Easter?
So what we celebrate on Easter is the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Easter is specifically the resurrection of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who died for our sins,
Right.
rose again, and ascended to heaven. And he offers forgiveness to all who call on his name and repent of their sins.
And there is not a more significant, not a more important point in history for Christians than this celebration.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I would say there's not an more important point for all of history, not just for Christians.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, you think history, we divide our calendar by the death of Christ, even in the non-Western world.
It's
Christianity is everywhere.
2063 years ago, or 2023 years ago. Sorry, I was born in '63. That's where that comes from. So, a big deal at the ranch on
Friday evening, which is Good Friday.
Okay, that's
Yes,
Good Friday.
Friday evening, a lot of people are off, but also we know there are people that have to work, so we have it in the evening so people can come out and celebrate.
Okay.
So we'll do that on Good Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday morning at 10:45, we have our Easter celebration service, or our worship service. And we've got a few little special things planned. We're still working out the details, but we want to invite everybody who's not already committed to a church in San Angelo, Texas. Come join us on Sunday morning. Come join us and celebrate.
And where is that church located?
So we're located at 3309 Knickerbocker, but yeah. Okay. So that address doesn't mean a whole lot to anybody, but you can put it in, on your iPhone, and it'll pull up. The best way to find us, and how everybody knows this, is we're between Burger King and the vet's office.
Okay.
The one that advertises the rattlesnake vaccine. That's how you know it's springtime in West Texas. Like, Easter is near in West Texas because the vets start advertising
the rattlesnake vaccine.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Another way people know us is our signage. Like, we've got the sign that has the proverbs and witty sayings and jokes and all those things.
And that changes so much, and that's what people look for there.
Yes, sir.
In that stretch of Knickerbocker Road.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long have you been here, and how long have you been pastoring there?
So I moved to San Angelo October 1st of 2021, and I think I said this in my very first interview. The 1st of October, I came from Fort Worth, and the Pearl on the Concho opened her arms wide. I fell into him. It's been a great relationship. But I began preaching there that month.
Okay.
Moved to town for work with New York Live. Began preaching there that month. As a matter of fact, my first Sunday in the pulpit was Halloween, October 31st. But I've started doing what's called pulpit supply and filling in because they were between pastors, and then officially. I'm going to say, if you can, as a pastor, say took the helm, It's kind of like herding cats. But anyway, so I did that in March of 2022. So I've been there officially a little over a year now, and I look forward to that relationship continuing.
Well, that's great, Trey. Thank you for coming. And again, this weekend, where do they find out more about your Friday night service?
So you can look on our website. It's CHCC San Angelo, Community Hills Christian Church, sanangelo.org. We also have a Facebook page. People can Google Community Hills Christian Church, San Angelo, and it comes right up. And as a matter of fact, people, we understand not everybody can make it to church on Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. We broadcast our services live, and so we have people that watch, and you are welcome to join us online if you can't join us in person.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Trey Holmes, and it is again Easter week. Be sure and enjoy the celebration. Celebrate with all of us, and we will go back to the studio.
Thanks, Yantis. Thank you, Trey. If you guys have ever been to any kind of public event in San Angelo over the last 2 years, you probably know Trey and you know how friendly it is. But one thing you probably didn't know is Trey's real name is William Louis Holmes III. So what is the Trey for? That's right, short for the third. This is Live Daily News. We're here every weekday. We're going to give you a little bit of news, a little bit of interview, and a whole lot of fun. So make sure you come back tomorrow. For San Angelo Live, I'm Matt Trey.